Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. Without wasting time, I'm today going to solve another machine from Hackthebox, and the machine name is Pikaboo. The difficulty level is hard. Actually, the machine is not too hard if you find things easily, but the machine is hard because of the as well as the name is concerned. Pikaboo means something is hidden. So a lot of things are hidden here, and you have to find out and you have to figure it out how this thing is gonna work, right? So without wasting time, just I'm going to uh, scan first of all. So nmap nmap space hyphen sv for the version enumeration space hyphen sc for the default scripts, and then 10.10.10.249 space hyphen small o capital N and default dot nmap. Because I already run the scan to save the time, so I just want to show you the results of the nmap scan. So cat default dot nmap. So as you can see here, there are few ports open, like port number 21 for VSFTPD 3.0.3, port number 22 for SSH, and then port number 80 HTTP NGINX 1.14.2, and the title is Pikaboo. Fine. So once I get that result, I actually am going to just copy it here so that I know. Okay, so I'm going to start with the port number 80. So for this, I already uh, make an entry in the etc host file. So you can also make it. So http://pikaboo.hackthebox. And once I hit enter, I got some funny pictures. So contact, okay, but whatever you are going to write here, like hell at hell.com, and this is hell. Fine. So whatever you are going to do, it's not gonna work. So it's just a sample site. And next thing is I go to the Pocket So these are the actually characters. So wherever you go, you find POC API integration coming soon. And here you find something interesting, but this is not going to work because I already checked it. So I want to show you like what I checked basically. So first of all, I checked by just increasing the ID, the parameter value, and it is up to 10. But if you go, no, I think 12 it was. So 12 and then 13. So every time, whatever value you put, you are going to get this. Another thing I already checked a few. I take some attempts to check the SQLi, but also uh, not vulnerable for the SQLi. So again, I check it for XXS also, but no benefit. So, but this is interesting. Once I go to the administrator, I got one basic authentication page. So it seems like basic authentication page, and I try a bunch of uh, default credentials, administrator, and password is password. I tried root and 1 2 3 4 5 6 root and tool, but nothing works actually. So that makes me frustrated a bit because I tried a lot of things, but nothing worked. So the best thing, again, I go back to one step, and I think that I did not actually do what should I do. So the thing is uh, enumeration. So I go back to the GoBuster and directory enumeration, space hyphen Z, space hyphen W for the word list. So user share word list GoBuster, and I'm going to use directory list 2.3 medium, and the URL is going to be http:// and Pikaboo dot hackthebox, right? And I choose thread 30, or maybe I can choose more like 60. So once I hit enter, I found many results uh, at the same time once I hit enter, but it's a bit weird because uh, the directory names I started getting, the directory names, those are weird. Like admin is also there, administration is there, administrator is there, right? And the status, if you see closely, you will find the status code is 401. Okay, so with with that GoBuster running, I try something else like search exploit, and I go back to the nmap scan and I see, okay, I missed that VSTPD. So we can actually do few things like ftp pikaboo dot hack the box, and I actually check for anonymous login, anonymous, anonymous, and it said login incorrect. So maybe it needs actually username and password. Next thing, I go with the version enumeration, and I want to see whether there is any publicly known exploits there for the VSTPD version 3.0.3. So search exploit VSFTPD, enter, and I found one. And that is exactly what version is here, VSTPD 3.0.3, and this is remote denial of service attack. So for me, actually, in this scenario, denial of service uh, not going to work, but even though I check this exploit, so I take this just search exploit space hyphen m, and this is the file name. So copy and paste it here. Yeah, because I already copied it, so yeah, okay. And this weird thing is still going. So next thing, I go to search for the NGINX 1.14.2, and this time I did that with the Hacktrix and NGINX. So if you go to NGINX, you search NGINX on the Hacktrix, you will find a bunch of uh, good resources about NGINX. So because I knew from the nmap that okay, port number 80 and it's running NGINX. So as you can see here, missing root location, this is the uh, first thing I found on Hacktrix. So okay, come on, yeah. There are some misconfigurations actually in NGINX. So you must take care once while you are working with NGINX. You must take care about all these points, right? So root location is this is a sample code or a piece of code where you can see the root directive specifies the root folder of NGINX. In the above example, the root folder is etc nginx, which means that we can reach 5 within that folder. So we can actually read the files inside this directory, and this is the default root directory for nginx, etc, and nginx. Okay, um, so it's still going, so I'm going to just control C. Images are there, so we can try this. So images forbidden. Okay, and we also got admin, and I'm pretty much sure about this admin folder, because this folder we get from the through the application actually. So once we try to access the admin panel, we got this authentication page for basic authentication. So it means it is 100% sure that admin directory is there. So if you go back to nginx or Hackthebox, so you will find that there is LFI vulnerability because of misconfiguration. So you can actually, this is also related to this above one. So does not have a location for /root, location /dot dot, only hello dot text here in this, right? So in that way, if that LFI vulnerability is there, so you can access the files, okay, uh, followed by with the directory name followed by this pattern, right? So once you write this, it will transform to this. So basically what happened here, uh, in normal LFI or directory traversal or directory climbing or local file inclusion vulnerability, what happened, we use a pattern to jump from one directory to another directory, and the pattern we use normally is two dots and one slash, and another time we jump another directory and jump to another directory, right? But here in nginx, what is happening, like if we have the folder like admin, this is the directory, and http://pikaboo dot hackthebox, and we have one directory like admin. So if we write dot dot slash, and then suppose that there is a file like uh, conf.php. So once we write this, so this portion is actually going to convert into this http://pikaboo dot hackthebox slash admin slash dot dot slash and config dot php. So it is going to itself change into this pattern, right? So as you can see here, this one is going to transform to this, right? So let's see, we can try. There is also one link from the Acunetics, so you can also follow this and you can read about this problem in the nginx configuration. Fine, so these are the good resources. Now back to the point. Now actually what we need to search, now we will again go for the directory enumeration, but this time in another way. So we have admin directory, right? And we know that this is the path. So I want to know what is next to this. So just this, and hit enter. let it complete. So we got one, and that is JavaScript. But we can see also here that once you are going to access this slash JavaScript directory, the application is going to redirect you on 127.0.0.1:81. And actually what happened, maybe there is one more service is running on the server, but locally. So we did not get 81 port number in the nmap scan because this port is not published, but uh, when you are going to access this directory, the server itself going to uh, redirect your request to this socket. Okay, so you can try this. Copy http:// and sorry slash admin, it must be there, and JavaScript. Fine. So enter, and as you can see, we are redirected to this port, but we cannot actually access this because this is the target server local service. Fine. So we need to wait for the result. So I'm going to pause the video, and once uh, it's complete, I will come back. So as you can see guys, we got one more directory, that is server status, and status code is 200. So let's go and try this one also. Okay, so this is gonna be // and then server status. Oh, come on. So http:// and again dot server status. Enter, and once we hit enter, we got that Apache server. Uh, this is the system information, the CPU, and how many requests per second, how many kbps per second. Scoreboard keys, underscore means waiting for connection, S for starting up, and R for reading request, W for sending reply. So here as you can see, it is same like uh, read and sorry, maybe it's sending reply. If there is a K, it means keep alive. If there is D, it means DNS lookup, something like this. But if we come here, we got the server and the process ID, child slots, client, virtual host. So this local host on port number 81 is actually uh, virtual hosting site, and we got bunch of directories like admin staging, admin earth 3D, uh, admin audio converter, admin boga, pacman, and all. So let's go and try this directory. So I'm going to copy this and open a new tab, http://pikaboo.hackthebox/admin / and paste the directory admin staging. So let's go and hit enter. It's still redirecting us, but we don't want to redirect. http://pikaboo.hackthebox and slash admin dot dot, enter one more time, and as you can see there is one more web application running, and this is some kind of dashboard. So creative Tim uh, dashboard user profile. So there is a CEO or co-founder, and this is a form, but uh, okay, few fields are fine. We can pass the information here, but the interesting part for me is this, uh, because we can now uh, fuzz this parameter to see what else is there, because what we find here is Apache server running. So Apache server running means what we found in the Nmap, that is something else, and what we found in this application is something else, and both of these applications are linked with each other, because on one application the API is published, and this is another application. So let's go and we can fuzz this one also. So maybe we will have more files. And one thing that we should not forget that through this nginx, we already found the LFI. So maybe we can read more files through this. So I'm going to automate that LFI process, because maybe I can manually enter 10 directories, or I can try 10 or 20 directories, but if I just automate this process with the word list of LFI, we can get more, right? So, okay, by clear, I'm going to use puff space hyphen c space hyphen w for the word list, user share word list, and seclist. Inside seclist there is a directory named as fuzzing. Inside fuzzing we have LFI, and we have LFI jedx.txt, and the URL is gonna be http://pikaboo.hackthebox/admin-staging, right? Underscore staging, yeah. So staging slash index.php, and the parameter is gonna be page equals to fuzz, right? And thread, I'm going to choose 80 threads. Let's see, puff command not found. Why so? Puff. Because this system I have only for recording, and I have another system to work actually, and that system is basically more powerful than this. So mostly all the things we have on that system. So puff space hyphen c space, actually we already have it. Yeah. Okay. Control C, and this is the status, size, word. So For all the requests, actually, it is sending the, it is getting the response code 200. So we can filter these results with the size. Okay. So let's go and we can filter with the size. So the size is 15349. Clear um, space space hyphen fs and 15349. 15349. Yeah, okay. So hit enter and let's see what we got. I can clear this. Also, to keep everything with me, I just wanna take these directories, copy, and I want to paste them. So as you can see, we got few log files. That's good. So, and the best part is VS FTPD logs, because on this machine we got port for the FTP and the server is VS FTPD, and we have all the uh, logs maybe in this file. So I'm going to just check this file first. So copy, come here, and instead of this, I want to paste this. And again, maybe I need to put HTTP, and yeah. So it seems like these are the logs. And another best thing is this log file is actually not only the data file or text file which contains only the log, but also these logs we can see with the this HTML page inside this HTML page. Okay, another part is uh, anonymous. So we already tried anonymous, but it doesn't work for me. And the password is, this is like syntax. So the password was incorrect, so login incorrect. Another is this user 0xdf and no password here. And another user we found that is pwn meow. Okay, and this user also did not get the password or type the correct password, so login is incorrect. Again, same user, but again login, this time login successful. So it means this user have password and this user can log in. So maybe we got these two users here which may be valid. So I'm going to just note it down. So the request is this username we got from that log is on meow. Password we actually don't know, and one more user we got is 0xdf, right? 0xdf, yeah. So up to now that's good. Let's go and see what we can do. So I'm again moving back to the VS FTPD, sorry, FTP and Pikaboo.hackthebox. So Okay, one thing to be note here that this is PHP. Uh, this web application is using PHP, and okay, and what we have here is we got we actually exploit the LFI. So we got this response inside the HTML, and okay, so what we can try is pwn meow. This was the username and the password, or maybe there is no password. Let me check once. Okay, so login field. Um, what I'm going to do now is very interesting, and that took a lot of time uh, me to figure out that this could be done actually in that way also. So what we can do, we can try FTP again, but instead of username, if we try like PHP, so let's see what happened. So if I try PHP info, enter, and in the password anything, enter, go back to the web application here, and just or this one, just refresh this. So once we type a PHP, a little piece of PHP code instead of username, so it is actually writing a username here. But this all the text we are getting inside the HTML, and the application is understanding PHP. So the PHP code can be run as username, and the result of that PHP code we can get here. So as you can see, what I type there is uh, to see whether my PHP code can work or not. So we got the PHP info page here, and that means we can run the PHP code. So uh, this is gonna be the remote code execution, and we can do it now. So this time I am actually going to start and say space hyphen nlvp and 9000, enter, by clear ftp Pikaboo and php exec, and I'm going to use bash space hyphen c and bash space hyphen I slash let's see, php reverse shell and pentest monkey. Yeah, we can go for any of these. So where is php reverse shell? So actually we should write here PHP one liner. Okay, come here, and yeah, I'm looking for this one. So I'm just going to copy this So before pasting here, I'm just going to create that payload here first, and 9000 10.10.14.78. This is my IP, and PHP. So this is gonna be our payload. Just copy this, go back, come on, paste it here, enter in the password and character, enter. Okay, now we just need to refresh this page, and once we refresh, we got reverse shell here. So clear, and clear is not gonna work now, so I'm going to exit this one. So who am I? ID and host name. So as you can see, we are www data. This is our ID. Host name is pikaboo.hackthebox, and we are inside the system. PWD where www html, and we are inside the uh, admin staging, because what we saw here in this Apache server, that these all are virtual host web application running on a single server. So once you are going to publish virtual hosted website, you just create a folder, a directory for that web application, and in the default path you just paste that. So what we see here, that is default for where www html, and inside that we will have many directories. So if I just try to show you, ls space hyphen la slash where slash www slash html, so you can see uh, this API, what we see before, that is running on port number 80, admin staging, all this. Okay, so cd slash home slash let's see, ls. So there is a username, there is a user which is pwn meow ls hyphen la. So there is no .ssh, so unfortunately we need to work on the same shell, although there are a few ways you can uh, uh, make this shell a bit better by rlwrap, or you can use socat. So we have user.text now, we have the first flag. Next thing is I'm going to just gather some information about this server. So uname space hyphen a, this is Debian. Okay, pikaboo.hackthebox. Okay, next thing is cat slash etc slash password and grep slash bin slash bash. So I just want to see how many users are there who can run this. So this little information always good for you to have it before you go for further enumerate the system for the privilege escalation. Okay. So there is one more thing, that is Postgres. So we will keep this in mind if we have any use of this. Okay. So next thing is net state space hyphen tlpn, and we have few ports open, like as you can see now, port number 81, this is locally published, and port number 389, this one also locally published, and 80 21 22 for all. Okay, next thing, cat slash etc slash cron tab, and yeah, there is a cron job or scheduled job running over here, and this is important, so I'm going to keep it in inventory. And actually we are working on this because a lot of things you can check, like the SUID bit, GUID bit, set files, word writable files or directories. So many things to do, but we got a lead, so we will follow that. So let's see. Also, you can run linpiece. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to just check ls space hyphen la and paste the selection. So as you can see, this process is actually owned by root. So we need to see, and this is a file, and we need to know what this file is all about. So cat and okay, enter. So this is actually a bash script. So I'm going to copy it here so that we can better analyze that. So this is a bash script, and there is a for loop going on. That for loop actually calls uh, one by one all the directories or files inside this path. Then it is going to that directory, and then it is going to execute that as CSV format, in the CSV format. So CSV, as you can see, the job scheduled job name itself, the file itself name is CSV update underscore cron. So, and then it is going to remove rm space hyphen rf and star whatever is there, it is going to remove it. So the next thing is now we need to see this folder or directory. So I'm just going to copy this. Let's see, ls space hyphen la, paste. So srv, inside srv there is ftp folder. Once we go hit enter, we find a lot of directories. All these directories are there. Okay, so let's see. So first of all, permission is denied. Okay, yeah, because um, those all by root and ftp only, so we cannot actually access these folders or directories. Okay, let's analyze a bit more. So there is a file that is csv update. We need to check this file also. uh, ls space hyphen la and copy this, paste it here. So actually, for better view, okay, now it's better because you can see this on the top. So enter. Root is the owner, but actually we have the read permission, so we can read this file. So cat, and let's read this file, and this is a big file. So I'm going to copy this, copy, come here, new, and paste it here. So the first thing is this file is Perl file, and this script is for updating POC API SDC file with FTP uploaded data. So this script is actually um, upgrading the POC API CSV file with the FTP uploaded data. So the data that uploaded through the FTP, it is going to updated in the POC API CSV file. And the format to run this file is this, then type, and then file name. So I think the type is gonna be the CSV. So here they define the arguments also, hyphen type, POC API CSV file type. So it said that must have the correct number of fields, and files are the list of the data. So it's using some kind of modules, I think, use because I'm not good in the Perl. Really, I'm not good in the Perl. So, but what I can understand, so I'm just trying to tell you, maybe I'm wrong because I don't know Perl. So use a strict, this some kind of function or maybe module, warning and text CSV, and it creates a variable that is CSV underscore directory, and that directory variable value is this. So this path is also important, and we will see into this. Next, what they define here, that you must have the correct number of fields. So these all the fields, and what we see before, the directories inside the srv ftp folder, all those directories actually have the same name. So those directories are uh, used here as fields. So if you go back and see these directories like abilities, ability changelog, berries, and location, machine, item pocket, pros, item pros, and then at last versions. So if you see closely, so you will find like version, version name, version group, same. Um, Location, language, item ports, item pocket, same. Yeah. So all those directory names are used here as the field. Fine. Then at last, the most important part is, I think, this. So it is going to the directory and slash the type, fine, and .csv file. Then it is going to open file name or die unable to open CSV target file. Then change the line. So, and my field, CSV fields. So they created here a variable that is CSV directory, CSV fields. Okay. So basically, uh, whatever data is uploaded through the FTP, it is going to update in the CSV file using these fields. So that is very good, but we need to see this file, this location also. So basically we see three locations. The first location is actually this. The second location is actually the file which has Perl script, which is that. And now the third is this directory. So copy it and let's go back. So cd space paste ls-la, and as you can see here, very interesting, um, whatever the directories you see in server srv/ftp, those directories, there it was directory, but here in this location all those directories are converted into a CSV file, right? So srv/ftp, that was the folder where whatever data you upload, it is going to put in that directory. Then that data is updated by that script, what we see, which is written in Perl, and converted those fields into the CSV file. All those are CSV file. We actually cannot read, or no, I think we can read. Yeah. So if we try cat versions dot CSV, uh, nothing is there. Strings versions dot CSV. Yeah, because the file is empty, I think. So, but no problem. We can actually work with that. So we understand all these things, whatever the cron job or schedule job is doing, and we understand this file, this bash file, and what it's doing. So uh, we can actually exploit this schedule job. Uh, Same like we got the initial shell on the www data using FTP. So same like that, but in a different way, we can also get the root. But the only problem here is right now we cannot log in into the FTP, because what that script is doing is uh, whatever the data is uploaded through the FTP, it is going to update that into the CSV file. So to upload data through the FTP, we need actually credentials to log in, and we just have usernames. And actually, maybe this user also not there, because on the system we do not find this user. So only this user we have. So we need the credential to log in with FTP. Okay. So, but we can see this. So I'm going to go back one step and ls space hyphen la. There is build.py cat build.py. I don't think we will get credential in this file, because this is the build file. Yeah. So I'm going one step back, actually two step back. Cd dot, yeah, ls space hyphen la, and this is actually the main directory for the API. All the directories for that API exist inside this. So I'm going to look for some configuration files. It could be Python file, uh, Docker Composer, data config. Mm, okay, so but this is a directory. So config directory, I'm going to check this out. ls space hyphen la config, and yeah, I'm looking for this file and this file. Fine. So cd config and cat settings.py. So let's see, we have a secret key, very good. Django, this is the cache database. So yeah, we got a password, but we got one more thing, and that is also very interesting. So actually, let's see first what we have else. So secret key, we got two secret key, and okay, yeah, that's it. So here you can see the database uh, parameters and configuration is here, that is LDAP. So engine is LDAP db.backend.ldap, name is LDAP colon slash slash slash, and the user value is this. So cn bind user, os users, dc Pikaboo, and dc hack the box, and this is the password. So what actually we can do is, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put here. Also, to remember the path, I'm going to fork API slash config. Inside config, we have the settings.py file. We can use LDAP search tool for this, okay, because we actually cannot use this password directly to log in the FTP. So by clear FTP pikaboo.hackthebox and pwn meow enter, and if we just copy this and paste that here, enter, yeah, we cannot actually use that. So what I am going to try is LDAP search, LDAP search, and clear LDAP search space hyphen h. Okay, so I'm going to use this space hyphen small x switch to simple authentication, for the simple authentication, and space hyphen, then I'm going to use capital L to print the responses in LDIF version 1 format, capital L, oh come on, okay, then because uh, actually we need to run this command on this as a local host. The service is here on local host, so LDAP search, and Actually, I didn't know that LDAP exists there, but once I tried, I found it. So space hyphen edge localhost 0.0.1 space hyphen capital L. So bind DN. So what you see here, where is yeah. So this is the bind DN. So we need to specify that also. I'm just going to copy this, come here, space hyphen capital D, then paste that bind and space hyphen W, small w or capital W, yeah, small w for the bind password. And because what we got here, the password, this is the bind password because it's using the LDAP data. Uh, so space, paste, enter. Sorry, uh, we also need, and not actually D, we need base. So small b. Let me check once. Yeah, small b, base DN for search. So we want to search it from this. This is gonna be the base domain name, and it looks perfect. Let's see, enter. Yeah, that runs and runs pretty fast. So we got few things. So let's run from the beginning. So this is the command we ran, LDAP version 3. So this was the base DN, Pikaboo.hackthebox. This is the base DN. Object class is domain, uh, Pikaboo, and there is uh, subdomain ftp.pikaboo.hackthebox, and its DN, base DN is that. So object class is domain and name is ftp. Then users Pikaboo. So basically you will find a lot of domain information here up through the LDAP. So poke API. So here it starts for the user. The username what we have on meow, and users in ftp.pikaboo.hackthebox. This is the user ID. Organization unit is users, and base DN for the FTP, right? Shadow account UID. Okay, fine. So login shell is bin bash, and unique ID number, user ID number is this, group ID number is this, home directory we already have, and this is the user password. So what we are looking for up to now to just access the FTP login into the FTP so that we can uh, put some data in the FTP so that the scheduled job uh, execute that and update in the CSV. So I just copy this and echo space paste base 64 space hyphen D. So we got the password, and that is up to here, right? So I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So this is the username and EWN MEOW This is the username and that is the password. So let's go and log in with the FTP. So I'm going to copy this, um, clear this FTP Pikaboo dot hack the box and PWN this is the username and this was the password. Uh-uh. I can copy PWNEOW and paste. Yeah. So this time the login is successful. It means we got the correct password and we are in FTP. And one interesting thing, once we check the list, so as you can see, we got all the files what we have. Here we go. We got all the files what we have here, ls space hyphen la slash srv slash ftp. See, all those files we have, all those directories. And these directories are used as fields by the Perl script file, in the Perl script file, and then it will be created into the CSV file. Then uh, after execution, it is gonna be removed. So now the thing is how we can exploit this part in my mind is if we just actually put a file name, fake file name, and that file name itself is a script. And once we run that script, we got the reverse shell. So we create one file with the file name, which is already a reverse shell script, and we put that file uh, through the FTP. So once the Perl file read that file name, so it is going to execute that script. And for this, uh, let's go to here, uh, payload all the things, reverse shell cheat sheet. We can go for the Python and I am going to use because we need to save this whole one-liner reverse shell script as a file name. So we need to choose the most smallest script, or we will also modify that a bit. So yeah, this one is, I think, will work for us. So I'm just going to paste this one, copy, and let's just paste it here. So okay, we can do few things like, because we need to save this file as a file name, so dot csv. So two things, First of all, the whole script, this whole reverse shell script uh, is gonna be the file name and with extension .csv. So if you want this script to execute, so we need to break it, fine, and with this .csv it is gonna satisfy the condition also. Okay, so let's try this file to save as a file name. So touch and paste that. And one more thing we need to do is we need to change IP 10.10.14.78, enter, and cannot touch. Okay, so go back 10.10.14.78 and I need some modification like this. Okay, and os.dump2 instead of repeating every time one value, I'm going to do something like f, and I'm going to put this in the list, and then like this, and I'm going to remove all these values up to here, and here I'm going to use it as for loop. So for f in for f in 0, 1, 2, because the values goes to 2, fine, pty dot spawn bin slash sh. So I actually wanna remove it as much as I can. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else we can remove. So socket, and let's remove this one also. So now it seems a bit better because we filter many things. So let's try this one once again. Copy clear touch, and this is gonna be the file name. Good. So if I make ls, so you can see we have one file with this name, and now we just need to nc space hyphen nlvp 4242 enter, and we need to upload this file with put command. So put python, yeah, this is the file name, just hit enter, and no such file or directory. Actually it should be like this, not connected. Okay. So everything seems okay, but still we need to do something else. So first of all, I want to check my IP is correct or not. So yeah, it's correct. Another thing what we can do is a little modification we can make. Let's try here first, like this. Enter. Not connected. Oh, not connected because it's a while we did not make any activity with the FTP. So I think we need to connect the FTP again. PWNMEOW, and the password is this. Copy, paste it here. Okay. And one more thing we were missing. So if we go ls, so that file must be inside any of these directories, right? So I'm gonna put, first of all, go to the cd versions ls. There is no directory, right? Now inside this directory I need to put this. So copy and paste it here. Enter. No such file or directory. So as you can see, few things are getting wrong. Like when we put this was our file name, sorry, from here. But when it is executing, so there is a problem with the uh, format. So we need to troubleshoot this format. Okay. So first thing is rm space hyphen rf python. We need to remove this file. Yeah. So ls, now that file has already gone. Clear. We need to change, make some modifications like this, like here, also here. Fine. Seems okay. Just save it. Copy and with touch command paste it here. Yeah, it creates that file ls. It seems okay. So I'm going to clear invalid command. Okay, no problem. So by clear ftp pikaboo pwn meow and copy this, paste it here. Login successful. Cd versions. So this file, this is the directory actually. So cd versions. Okay. Now put this file. Copy and paste it here. Enter. So it seems like it should work now. So the port number is okay, 4242. Let's see, ls. File is not here. pwd, sorry, pwd. We are still in versions. So ls, let's put that again. Still not work. Okay, we can do one more thing. So we can try this. So from here it will take this value. Okay, this could be the problem. So copy this again, and we need to remove this file. clear ls-la, clear, touch, paste. So this time we just change the place of this semicolon. So hit enter, file is saved, and here we are just going to put that file. So this is the new file, enter, and that should work. ls okay, let's go back to this file, and we need to see this file again. um, F name is gonna be this directory name, then type csv. Okay, so we can do one more thing. Okay, yeah, again I'm going to delete this Python file, clear, and go back here, and actually we can add a pipe here. Fine. So this is, I hope this is going to be the final one. So copy this. So we just add a pipe here, and touch, paste, enter, ls. So the file already created here. Put and put the same file here. Uh, Syntax problem. Support command successful, consider using. Okay, this is the problem. So rm space -rf. So sometimes creating a payload is also a painful task, but no worries. Yep, remove this, clear ls, clear touch, and let's try this as before, and copy, paste it here, enter, ls, yeah, created, put, paste the same file here, enter, come on, and yeah, we get something. Who am I? Root, host name, Kali. So this is my machine. So it is giving me my connection back. So I'm going to exit again and just one more time make the listener, start the listener on the same port, and again, yeah. So once you put this file on the FTP, first of all, it will give you your own machine reverse connection, right? But you just need to exit from your machine and run, start the listener again simultaneously, and next time it will give you the connection of the target machine. So this time, the first time you see we got the connection from my own machine, but I exit that and just start that again. So next time it gave me connection from the target. So ID, who am I, and host name. And as you can see, host name is Pikaboo, root, and we are root. Next, if you want to see another thing, so you can see the root, and you have the root flag. So that's all about this video, about this machine. It was hard, but in some parts only. Rest of the things are smoother. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video. Bye.